I want to say it was unbelievable, but at this point, any and everything is possible. Anything and everything is possible.
I need to say it was unimaginable, yet as of now you know any, and the sky is the limit. Every conceivable thing is conceivable before Diddy even gets an opportunity to see within a prison cell. Tales are twirling that he's set to bring down others with him. And think about who's at the first spot on the list, the Kardashians. There's even talk that the renowned family host's been spotted at Diddy's unbelievable gatherings, and keeping in mind that there's nothing criminal in messing around with your VIP companions, it appears as though Kim's ex-West may be prepared to let the cat out of the bag about the genuine hobby that Kim has delighted in while being at Did. And keeping in mind that it might coming stunning for some fans, West is sure that among the recording that the FED seized at the music versatile Chateau during the strikes was the private video of Cam and Diddy is another level when it resembles all right. This is the thing my significant other is doing. And right when you believe it's just one more miserable endeavor of West to stand out one day before the strike, Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy on Instagram. Well, that is dubious. She had a lot of opportunities to limit any association with him since the day Cassie documented her claim, yet as per many fans her craving to hold on until the end smelled off-putting, with some of them composing how Kim K followed Diddy precisely 24 hours before the rate, yet with regards to obscure dealings and associations. Kim has no opponents in the business. Her sketchy connections to probably the most rude figures in Hollywood, like Lou Taylor, for instance, known as Satan business supervisor by a lot of people in the business. This woman has an individual score to settle with Britney Lance's. As per Britney's journal, Lou was not too far off in that frame of mind of it when her conservatorship was carried out, purportedly arranging the situation. Individuals around her, nobody has a good sense of reassurance around her, nobody have some control over her. She's wild with regards to obscure dealings. Lou Taylor takes the cake. Britney Lance's spilled the tea in her journal, uncovering how Taylor utilized her name and difficult work to fabricate her domain. My dad had initiated an extremely cozy relationship with Louis L. Taylor, who he worried she was front and focused during the execution of the conservatorship that would later permit them to control and assume control over my profession. One more survivor of this woman, Courtney Love, additionally approached in 2019, blaming Taylor for attempting to pull a similar fragrance on her. She shared photographs of herself in a robe indicating Taylor's obscure plans. When gotten some information about it, Love didn't keep down, affirming that Taylor for sure attempted to control her life and funds. Well, seems like the oak individual to make business with the Kardashians. I believe it's great assuming that you put forth objectives for you, and when you accomplish them, there's nothing better compared to that inclination. And talking about this popular con, their connections to Taylor run deep. Public filings from 2020 uncovered Taylor's inclusion with a few Kardashian organizations, including Kylie Beauty Care Products, and the privately owned company's dealings with Lou proceed right up until today. In February 2023, she helped Kim Ian secure a $70.4 million house in Malibu, with Kim being given a $48.7 million advance through a trust related with Tristar. A month after the fact, Shy Kardashian took out a $7 million advance provided by Tristar for her own home. In April, the child revealed that Kylie Jenner had taken out a $7.5 million home loan through Tristar while buying a $36.5 million home slice slopes houses, which caused a commotion. Right, we don't have the substantial responses, yet we have full power to pose inquiries. With Taylor's history, it's no big surprise the Kardashians would need her in their corner. Yet here's what this woman supposedly has: close connections to Diddy, and they're unquestionably in excess of a business chief that they share. While Kim attempted to conceal every one of the associations with the shamed music big shot, it seems like her ex won't ever give her free access. The previous West was a piece of that industry circle, and they even invested a ton of energy with a music mogul. Now Kim is attempting to stow away from the embarrassments, yet she doesn't have any idea how steady her ex can be. He tosses conceal at her, alluding to a nearer connection between the truth star and the music tycoon, and fans can't resist the urge to associate the stack. As one individual remarked, KK is limiting any association with Diddy, and another client added unfollowing Brush's 24 hours before he was struck amounts to nothing except if she was attempting to flag him. Each and every individual who related with him or are on the tapes accomplishing something unlawful are undeniably finished. And when you think about this, nobody in the diversion world is anxious to help the shamed ruler of hip jump individually, his buddies in general, and partygoers are separating themselves altogether, not to uncover their participating in the music magnate's supposed wrongdoings. And I think this is making an impression on potential observers that they better participate now, or it will kick hazardous wood off as a common claim documented by Cassie transformed into a genuine examination of the crimes and a bad dream for the whole hip bounce industry. The most recent claim documented by music maker Rodney Jones against Diddy just showed the number of individuals that are hauled into this show. Presently, Kim's name wasn't referenced in the claim, yet it might mean just something single. Her family has a brilliant system of doing the obscure stuff in the background, not being straightforwardly associated with the unlawful stuff. If you were to ask me, that is somewhat amazing for the family whose lives are out in the open day in and day out time because they experienced childhood with the show, regardless of whether they needed to. You realize they were naturally introduced to it, like The Truman Show, and the Kardashian associations with Diddy don't end there. Corey Bet Chris Sweetheart is additionally in the blend. The narrative of Corey Bet and the Kardashians started at a party in 2014. Their sentiment bloomed, and Corey made his introduction on staying aware of the Kardashians in 2015, hardening their relationship. The man even came to Diddy's party too, yet assuming that you consider Corey a guiltless pariah. This is what the web investigators have uncovered. This man's association with the music tycoon goes further than meets the eye. Fans uncovered pictures of Corey at Kim Watchman's home on the day she died close by. He was even present when the coroners showed up after the 91 call. Corey's cozy relationship with Kim Watchman, combined with his connections to Diddy, has caused a stir. Some hypothesize that Corey could be something beyond Chris Sweetheart. He could be a controller, somebody celebrity brought in the midst of emergency, or need very much like Lou Taylor. And this is the thing West had said about that man. I believe he's a pleasant individual, not an incredible individual, a decent individual who used to associate with Puff's family then. At that point, got around Justin Bieber, and afterward, when Chris got separated from he slid in. West further affirmed that he